Hi guys, DevilHunterXYZ, and we are continuing with Carpe Diem Reboot. So a lot has happened in the last part. Well, mainly it was just kind of an out day, kind of like a day kind of adventure with with Yume, and but along with that though, we actually got to learn more about Jung's backstory, about what's happened in his past, and of course, Ai is trying to more or less befriend Yume in more of a real, in more of a real circumstance. She doesn't want to start off her relationship with lies. She wants to be completely truthful to Yume. But at this point now, I think Jung is kind of revisiting his past, more or less. Or he thought he completely forgotten about his past, but after this whole scenario, I don't know. It seems like things are starting to come back up. So, yeah, let's jump right into it. Before I know it, I'm awake. The night went by quicker than I would have liked. I always loved waking up alone, but ever since Ai showed up, things haven't really worked out that way. Every day, it's a new kind of disturbance. This time, it's just quiet. I wonder when she's coming home. I start to worry that Ai is bothering Yume by overstaying her welcome. I decide it's probably best to get over there and retrieve her, after going back to sleep for a few more minutes. Lily. I completely forgot about the email I sent last night and jumped out of bed. I doubt she's replied, but I figured there's no harm in checking. I look at that, and look at that, one new message from Lily. Dear Jung, thank you for writing me after so long. I'm doing well, the same as everyone else. I've heard about your latest project. Honestly, I'm surprised. I didn't think something like that was quite suited to your style. Either way, I hope you're doing okay as well. I'm still grieving over what happened. Who wouldn't? But as much as it pains me to say this, I do understand why you did what you did. Part of me doesn't want to believe that it was the only way to fix everything, but I know that that same part of me is probably just naive. That aside, I thought you would be the one to hate me. After all, I was the only reason you were put in such a terrible position in the first place. I could never hate you, Jung, no matter what you did. I've always wanted to contact you and ask you to come back, but I was under the impression that you'd just rather not be around me anymore. Now that the air has been cleared, I truly hope that we can go back to how we used to be. You're more than welcome to come back any time you like. I'll be looking forward to it. We all will. Love, Lily. After all this time, we were both just hiding. We thought that there was no way we'd be able to understand each other, so we just hid. I'm happy the air is clear. I really am. But now I have to figure out whether I should stay here or go back. There's also the matter of Ai. I doubt Lily would just welcome Ai into the group without her having anything to offer. She needs to be stripped of any freedom she has and reprogrammed back to her original form before her body. Considering that's the last thing I would ever want, I'd have to leave her behind. I'd have to go back alone. Ugh, I can't possibly leave Ai alone. At least, not yet. I have to decline. Dear Lily, I'm extremely happy that we were able to clear everything up. I, of all people, should have known that you would be able to see things from my perspective. I was foolish. Even with that, though, I have to decline the chance to return. Surprisingly enough, I'm pretty happy with my life right now, and I want to keep cherishing it. There's still so many things I have left to do. Take care over there and send my regards to others. I hope our paths wind up crossing somewhere down the road. I would love to see you guys again. Love, Jung. I feel relief. This isn't how I would have pictured my day to start off. I guess now is a good time as any to go fetch Ai up. I call Ai's phone, but she doesn't pick up. I decided to try a few more times. Still nothing. Is she still sleeping? What kind of girl oversleeps at a friend's house, but wakes up bright and early in their own? Yume has to be awake right now, doesn't she? Maybe she'll pick up.
Hello?
Hey, it's Jung. Sorry to bother you, but I'm not sure if I ever gave you my number or not.
Oh, hey. No, she hasn't yet. What's up?
I tried calling her a few times, but she's not picking up her phone.
Yeah, she's, pretty busy. Here, I'll pass her the phone.
What do you mean pretty busy?
Jung?
Why even buy a phone if you don't plan on using it?
Is that what that vibrating was? I'm kind of in the middle of something. What's up?
Middle of what? I just want to know if you're causing any trouble for Yume.
Yume, am I causing you trouble?
Nope.
What are you busy with anyway? Please tell me you're learning how to bake.
We're not at her house right now. We're at the arcade place.
The arcade? What about me?
You should come here. It's so much fun.
Sounds crowded as hell. I think I'll pass.
I'm never coming home again unless you come here first.
What? Well, that would certainly put an end to several of my problems.
What was that? I can't hear you.
I mean, sure. I swear I'm going to just ditch this girl eventually. Yeah, fine, I'll go. Where is this arcade?
It's a couple of blocks away from Yume's house.
Just keep going straight and you'll eventually see it. I'll leave soon. Just pay attention to your phone, okay?
I will. Gotta go. See ya.
What are they doing, playing air hockey? I hangs up the phone. What is it that's keeping her so busy anyway? A game? I should have asked Yume. After tidying up my bed, I take a quick shower and throw on whatever clothes I can find. It doesn't sound like finding this arcade should be too hard. I step outside the apartment and get myself ready for what is presumably going to be another incredibly tiring day. I begin to think that I'll never have another day of just staying at home doing nothing ever again. Now that I think about it, I may have actually been to that arcade before, if I remember correctly. It's excruciatingly hot in there and everyone is constantly yelling. Just why did I agree to go again?
Hey!
I hear a voice from behind me. It's that guy from the other day. Does he patrol the street or something? Oh hey, Toshi, was it?
That's right. How's it going?
Pretty tiring thanks to a certain someone.
Sounds like it. No eye today?
I'm going to meet up with her right now. She slept over at a friend's house and now they're going to the arcade or something.
The one by the market?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, that's nostalgic. I used to hang out there all the time. It's probably been years since I've even set foot inside.
So you're a mecha, something engineer, right?
A mechatronics engineer, yeah. You were closer than most people.
I see. So you make robots for people or something?
Kind of. Our clients, which are mostly industrial companies, order machines from our catalog and I create them. Though I mostly just work on the physical parts, not really a software guy.
I see. I never heard of mechatronics before. It sounds really advanced.
I guess you could say that. I've definitely made a handful of cool things. In fact, most of them are robots so advanced that you'll never see anything that even comes close.
Yo, I'll bet. Yeah, about that.
Oh? Don't tell me you make robots as well. Is it a hobby of yours or something?
It's a little more complicated than that.
I see. Well, like I said before, everything I do is just physical stuff. All of my robots would just be huge chunks of steel without their programming.
Yeah, that's the tricky part.
Agreed. I mean, I don't need it for my job or anything, but it would still be a nice skill to have, considering I make my own robots as a hobby. I'm actually having a pretty hard time with one of them right now, if you ask me.
I think you mentioned it last time, too.
Did I? Yeah, that makes sense. But anyway, I'm actually looking for someone who can lend me a hand at my home workshop. I can't do everything, you know?
A robot workshop, huh? That's definitely something I'd love to see. I doubt he'd have the same equipment I use, so maybe I could learn a thing or two if I went there. Plus, it's not like I saved everything she used to make her body. Throwing it all away was one of the first things she did when she gained control over her hands. This might also be the closest opportunity I'll ever have to seeing how robots are made.
Anyway, I'm making this turn now. I guess I'll see you next time, Yume. Say hello to I for me.
I call out to him as he turns his back to me. You know, I might be able to help you out with your coding.
Really? You're a coder?
I'm actually pretty decent at it.
That's great! Well, maybe we can meet up sometime soon.
I think I'm free tomorrow, assuming that's good for you.
You bet it is! Here's my business card. I think I'm free pretty much the whole day. Just send me a text whenever you want to meet up. The number on the bottom of that card is my personal cell.
Awesome. Sounds good to me.
Sweet! See ya, man.
Huh. Did I just make a new friend with Toshi now? See ya. Right away, I shoot him a text and give him my number. Now I just have to come up with an excuse for Ai to leave the house again tomorrow. Chances are she wanted to tag along if I actually told her what I was doing, so I need to make something up. Maybe tell her it's private or something. I'll figure it out. I show up at the arcade a few minutes after parting with Toshi. Well, it looks like I was right. The place is even louder and hotter than I remembered. Finding the urge to immediately turn around and leave, I scan the area for Ai and Yume.
Yo, kid, you lost?
Hey, Jung.
This place is hot. Who are they?
Just some new friends.
A big guy with a puppy on his shoulder walks up to us.
Young, this is Crump. Friend number 4.
Crump? What kind of name is Crump? It's impolite to number your friends, Ai. I turn to Crump. He's much taller than me, so I need to look up to greet him. Nice to meet you. I'm Jung.
Nice to meet you, kid. I'm the manager around here. How you doing?
What's with the southern accent? I thought we were in Japan.
How you doing?
Good?
No. You need to be louder.
I'm good.
There you go. Kid, if you need anything, I'll be around.
Sure, thanks.
Well, I'm going to be talking to my fellows over there. Shout if you need me.
He walks over to the group of guys playing the basketball game and loudly greets them. Crump, huh? I guess that guy's the reason it's always so loud in here. It was the manager all along. Mystery solved.
Isn't he cool? He just makes friends with everyone here like it's nothing.
Sounds a lot like a certain person I know. I think it's annoying.
Well, I, on the other hand, think it's amazing.
You know what I think is amazing? How you asked him for strategies on how to make more friends.
You did what?
I guess you could say I'm making up for lost time at the university. I need more friends, Young.
But you already have more than I do.
Yo, kid.
Crumb calls Ai over to say hello to his friends.
Oh, I'll be back.
She's so funny.
If by funny, you mean immature.
Oh, come on. Don't be so hard on her. She's enjoying being human, and I think that's really great. A lot of people throw away their personal lives in exchange for more time alone. In fact, I'd say that a lot of people wind up trading away their lives entirely for just brief moments of temporary satisfaction. It's nice seeing someone who cherishes literally every single thing they come across. Don't you agree?
I guess. How about you, though? Why aren't you meeting them?
Probably the same reason you aren't. Plus, I told Ai that I would head to the university when you got here.
You didn't have to wait for me. I would have been on her own.
Would she really, though?
She has a point.
It's fine, really. I wanted to hang out with her for a bit longer anyway. I'll probably be back in a few minutes. I just need to grab something from my professor.
Oh, I guess she just needs to stop by instead of going to class or whatever. It is that she does. Maybe I could tag along. It might be more fun than hanging out in the world's loudest arcade. Well, knowing Jung, he doesn't like being in arcades. So let's just get the hell out of here and go with Yume. Can I come with you?
Why? I'll be fine. Don't you want to stay here with I?
Nah, besides, I just ended up hanging out with her new friends. She's not going anywhere. You're the one who needs company.
Well, if you insist, I'm sure.
I walk up to Ai and tell her I'm leaving. She's still engrossed in conversation with the arcade guys. Yo.
Sup, homie?
What? What did you just call me? Anyway, I'm going to the university with Yume. We'll come pick you up when we're done.
Okay. I'll be here.
Ai immediately goes back to talking with her new friends. I must say, her skills to adapt to new crowds are definitely much better than mine. Yume and I exit the arcade and start walking to the university. I can finally breathe. How can Ai stay inside that place for so long?
Right? And she's been talking to everyone non-stop since we arrived. Do you think the whole robot thing has something to do with it?
Probably. Anyway, why did you two decide to come here of all places?
Well, last night we somehow got to talking about games and stuff. Considering I don't have a console and really only play games on PC, we figured we could play together if we went to an arcade. Plus, it beats sitting in my room all day, right?
Nothing's better than sitting in one's room for an entire day. Definitely not a plan I would have come up with.
You're most certainly a character, Jung. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure I love moping around just as much as you, but I also acknowledge the fact that a life of seclusion and pastries doesn't do much for my figure.
Hey, what is that supposed to mean? Valid point. Either way, I'm sorry if Ai wasn't bothered last night. She's like a child trapped in a human's body. Kind of.
It's fine, I had a lot of fun. I got to know more about I as well.
Sounds like I missed out on a lot, but I guess that's to be expected when you spend time with Ai. We arrive at the university and enter the faculty building. Yume asks me to wait around while she visits her professor's room. A minute or two later, she comes back out with a small folder in her hands.
Alrighty, let's go.
That's it? We came this whole way for a folder?
Yep. I told you it wasn't worth your time, didn't I?
Well, I guess anything is better than being cooped up in that arcade.
If you say so. Shall we head back?
We shall. We start walking back to the arcade. Same road, same person, but somehow it feels different. Come to think of it, this is the first time I've ever really been along with Yume. She's surprisingly easy to talk to. Strangely enough, I actually feel comfortable around her. She's like a less hyperactive Ai. It's bizarre that I've been running into her at the bakery for so long now, sorry. It's bizarre that I've been running into her at the bakery for so long now I never even thought about talking to her. Call me a recluse, I guess.
So, I was wondering.
What's up?
I'm still confused about how I, came to be. I know you said she made herself the way she is, but surely you had to have some influence on her, no?
What do you mean?
I mean, this whole artificial intelligence thing, how did you do it?
Oh, well, I don't know. It seemed pretty simple to me. I basically created a learning algorithm based loosely on how actual people learn. I forget the specific structure, but I can tell you there was a lot of trial and error involved.
Wait, so this learning algorithm, I've actually thought of trying to code something like that before, but it never really worked out. I know things like artificial neural networks exist, but those aren't good enough to imitate a person's learning ability. What was different about yours?
Well, first off, I don't ever really go by textbooks. I've always just figured out my own methods for doing things. As for how it works, well, that's a little hard to explain.
Can you try? I'm really curious.
Yeah, The way I look at it, there are three key components that define human intelligence: instinct, knowledge, and memory. Or, to put it into a programmer's perspectives, input, analysis, and storage.
That seems simple enough.
Here's the thing. It is. It really comes down to how I structured the analysis code. Data is stored based on relevance to other data. So, in a sense, the way you know something is essentially how you relate that to anything, to another thing that you know. The entire system is recursive in that respect. Yes, I had difficulties designing it, but I managed to find a solution after digging deep enough. When I created the program, it somehow managed to correct and improve itself all on its own.
Wait, so it was automated? A self-writing program?
In layman's terms, yes. I have the general idea of how it learns, but I don't exactly necessarily have any control over it.
But don't you think that's dangerous? What if the program turned out like one of those crazy movie robots?
You mean like the Terminator? I was afraid of that, yes. That's why I designed countermeasures for it.
Countermeasures?
I'm afraid that is something I'd rather not get into. It's a bit personal.
I understand. But still, you created a functional algorithm for learning. That's insane. What about Ai's personality? How was that determined? Considering the program, she should have picked up your mannerisms, but you two are almost entirely different.
That's where things get a little weird. On paper, she should have taken after me, but thanks to the internet, she became a sassy little girl.
Oh, the internet. Yeah, that makes sense. They tend to ruin things a lot.
Yeah, tell me about it. I learned basically everything there is to know from the internet. I must say, it was definitely rough seeing her grow up. There was a period of time when she talked about nothing other than ridiculous government conspiracies. Then there was another period of time where she just shouted out racial slurs. What? Oh, and then there was an entire month where all she said was, "Here come that boy," and wow, such a dog. What? It took her almost a year before she settled to how she is now.
Well, she definitely blossomed into a beautiful young girl.
More or less. So it'd be nice to her, I guess. I don't want her learning bad things.
Oh, don't worry. She'll be learning all the good things from me.
What's with that face? And why was good italicized?
What are you talking about? This is my normal face.
No, it's not. I know your normal face. That is not it. Yume giggles. Now that I think about it, she's actually really cute. Why did it take me so long to notice this?
Hey.
Oh shit, did she catch me staring at her?
We're here.
Right. Well then, we just need to find Ai.
I don't see that group of guys anymore. Maybe they took Ai somewhere more private?
What do you mean, private? Hey, don't even joke about that. Research around the entire arcade, but don't have any luck. Suddenly, an annoying voice appears out of thin air.
Hey, who's that beautiful lady over there?
Oh hey, there you are. We were just looking for you.
I've been behind you guys this whole time.
Then why didn't you say anything?
Too easy.
Let's head out then.
Oh, before we go, can we play that shooting game again? I'm pretty good at it now. I think I figured out the ultimate strategy.
Is it shoot everything?
Yes.
Even with that flawless strategy, I doubt you'd be able to beat me.
Oh, it's on.
Yeah, I'll just wait here. Thanks for the invite.
Chill out, kid. I'm sure they have a few games more suitable for your skill level somewhere around here. You like whack-a-mole, don't you?
Hey, I can do a lot better than whack-a-mole. Yup, love it. My favorite part is when the mole pops up and you're supposed to whack it. I and Yume head off to fight their final battle, and both take up arms, looking surprisingly determined. In fact, they look more like enemies than best friends right now. I knew I could get like this, but Yume? That's a surprise. I guess she's a geek at heart, though. The rules of the game are simple. Kill the zombies before they get to the screen. I guess they're competing to see who can kill the most zombies in a given amount of time. Kinda sounds a little similar to me like House of the Dead. From what I can tell, Yume has beaten an ICE score nearly every time they played this game. The high score screen is blacked out with Yume holding the top 10 highest numbers. The game starts and the first wave of zombies approaches. I and Yume start unloading their weapons and all the zombies are gone in the blink of an eye. The score is even as the next round begins. As the game continues, the amount of zombies increases over and over again. It seems like they're getting faster each round. I'm actually quite interested in how this will turn out, so I quietly watched the fierce battle from behind them. The game goes on for a few more rounds, and a crowd starts forming around the machine. Intrigued by an intense face-off between two attractive girls, the crowd gets fairly large very quickly. The 46 wave begins with the score still match, but at this point, Yume begins to fall behind. It's close, but Ai's shots are not losing accuracy despite how fast the zombies are moving. Yume, unable to rack up as many headshots, starts to get frantic. Glancing over to Ai, and seeing her perfect accuracy, Yume freezes up on the 50th round. She is no longer able to keep up with Ai, and their score grows even further apart. Accepting defeat, she surrenders, and the game ends. The crowd surrounding the machine erupts into applause for both girls.
What the hell just happened?
I told you I would beat you this time.
You were literally aimbotting.
Well, technically, I guess that's true.
Me even playing this game is literally aimbotting. Don't be salty.
Hey, yeah, that's a good point. This is what happens when I really focus on something. It's pretty unfair to tell you the truth.
Unbelievable.
It's not like humans can't do it. It's just really, 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 really hard for them to actually. Now that I think about it, humans probably can't keep up at all.
Hey, I'm not perfect. I start falling apart around the 80th wave.
80th? I can barely hit anything in the 50th.
I think the problem is that I is just killing them before you can even fire your gun.
Wow, I honestly feel disrespected right now.
Oh man, did I miss it?
Yo, Crump, what's crackin'?
Somebody told me there were two girls going crazy on the zombie machine. Had no idea it would be two newbies.
Never underestimate the power of newbies, Crump.
Too bad I didn't get to see it. Judging by the amount of people lined up, it must have been one hell of a match.
Hell is an understatement.
How about you, kid? Ain't playing?
Who, me? I'm good. I'm not really in the mood.
Don't give me that. Lighten up, kid. Life is short. Play some games.
He's a console gamer, Crump. Don't bother with him.
Well, there you go. You should come here more often, kid. Beat sitting at home.
What is that supposed to mean? What's wrong with console gaming? Thanks for the invite, but maybe some other time. We need to get going.
Is that so? Well, have fun, y'all. See you soon.
See you soon, Crump.
Goodbye.
Free from the clutches of Crumb, we turn our backs and head home. After exiting the arcade, we begin making our way to the apartment. Considering Yume's house is on the way, we decide to drop her off.
So, you really are a machine, aren't you?
I mean, if we're going to get technical.
What, me? Nope, 100% human.
We've already established that humans can't play games at that level, though.
I is at a loss for words.
Well, wait. Does this mean I shouldn't try as hard next time?
Don't tease her, Yume. She can't handle the truth.
Hey, why are you two suddenly teaming up against me? Especially you, Yume. I thought you were on my side.
I'm sorry. I'm only kidding.
Oh, Jung, Yume's coming over, by the way.
Oh, thanks for asking my permission.
In my defense, I told her to ask you last night.
It's okay, right?
Yeah, it's fine. I just wish she would have told me earlier so I could clean up or something.
Oh, don't worry about that. I don't mind.
It's not like the place is ever dirty anyway.
Untidy is a better word for it. Oh, that reminds me, we need to start splitting the house chores. You're going to earn your share if you're planning on freeloading.
That's fine. I probably would have done everything without a schedule either way. Oh, we should go buy groceries so we can cook something later too.
Since when do you know how to cook?
Since last night. Yume taught me.
That's baking, It's a little different.
Yeah, whatever. Teach me how to cook today then.
Well, first off, what do you want to cook?
That depends. Jung,
What?
what do you want to eat for dinner?
Something edible, preferably.
Let's just buy a bunch of stuff and figure it out later, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. That's exactly how I want to spend all my money. The three of us head over to a small grocery store on the way home. Without a specific recipe in mind, Ai starts grabbing one of every item she sees. We end up each having to carry 4 bags.
Ugh, so heavy. Can you carry some of these for me, Jung?
No, this is your fault. Carry your own burden.
Your place is just a few blocks away from here, right?
Yeah, hopefully we can all last that long. My arms are numb by the time we get to the apartment. I drop the bags as soon as I enter the room. I ended up carrying an extra 2, one from Yume and one from Ai. Make yourself comfortable, I guess.
Thanks, Jung.
I take out an old computer chair from the closet and dust it off for Yume to use.
Dvorak.
I'm sorry?
No, Dvorak keyboard. It's my first time seeing one.
Oh, yeah, that thing. It's easier for me to use than a normal or QWERTY keyboard.
Wait, are these keyboards not the normal kind? I thought Yume's was just weird.
You shouldn't be using other people's things in the first place.
I was just trying to show off my skills, okay?
I was showing me how she codes. We came to the conclusion that she is definitely a better programmer than me. It's like a second language for her.
But it's more than one language. No one laughs at my programming joke. Ugh.
So, are you proud of me, Jung?
Why would I be proud of you again?
I beat Troy! I did it!
Ai's face is equipped with an extremely satisfied, smug grin. Oh, cool. That's one goal complete then. Good for you. Can't say I expected anything less.
Why did that sound sarcastic?
I guess your next goal is to beat Jung then, right?
Please, I don't have time or energy for competitions.
Speaking of which, I don't think I've ever seen any of your coding aside from my own, Jung.
That already says a lot, don't you think?
Yeah, I kinda stopped once you came into the picture.
Did you really create Ai just so you wouldn't have to work anymore?
Maybe.
Yeah, he just wanted a cute, non-human slave to do all of his work so he could sit around all day and eat cake.
I don't know how to respond to that, really. You know me so well.
Living the lazy way, I see.
Lazy? I call it wise. People have been using other people to do their job for them for centuries. The only difference is that I don't have to pay Ai.
Unfortunately for you, I'm now alive and conscious, and the money you are making is technically mine.
Ooh, burn. Yeah, super ecstatic about that.
What if I decided to run away with all of your money? What then?
She wouldn't last 1 week. She's not even a citizen of this country. No ID, social security number, nothing. She wouldn't even be able to rent a car.
I don't think I look old enough to do that either way. Plus, can't I just walk into a government office and register myself or something?
Probably not the best idea.
Honestly, I would love to see that. It's not every day that a robot walks into a municipal building and asks for an ID. In fact, now that I think about it, Yep, I can confirm that something like that has never happened in the history of, well, history.
Ai moves her body toward Yume as if she's demanding a correction to that last statement. Yume is unabashedly giggling.
I'm not a robot.
Alright, alright.
Back to the topic at hand. Definitely don't ever do something like that, Ai.
Ugh, fine.
So, what do you guys want to do? I'm probably going to get some rest soon.
Haven't you only been awake for like 5 hours?
It's only been 5 hours? Wow, that's a pretty short time. It's been that long already?
This is how he lives, Yume. Eat, play, sleep. Every single day.
You know me so well.
That just seems depressing.
So what if it is?
Yeah, don't worry. I'll get him into shape soon enough.
Is that why you've been dragging him outside so often?
That's part of it. Honestly, though, I just want to get out myself. And Jung is the one that knows where things are. That reminds me, I wanted to show you something.
I and Yume start looking at stuff on the computer. Before I know it, my mind drifts off and I fall asleep. I wake up to the sound of boiling water and laughter. I open my eyes. Yume and I are in the kitchen. It looks like they started cooking when I fell asleep. I get out of bed to check on them.
Oh, Jung, you're up.
How was your nap?
Okay, I guess. How long was I out for?
A few hours. It's nighttime already.
Whoa, really? I guess it's time for me to go back to sleep then. I just got up.
Jung,
Sleep can wait. We're just about to finish cooking.
Yeah, I see that. So what's on the menu?
Curry. It was Ai's idea. She even did most of the work.
Really? Now?
yes, just you wait. I'll serve you the best curry you've ever had.
Are you even mentally prepared to try something spicy though? This will be your first time, right?
I hear the first time is the hardest.
Okay, awkward.
Anyway, Yume made sure I didn't add too many spices, so it should be fine.
I figured mild curry would be the safest bet.
I set the table where we will be eating. I'm slightly tempted to help out with dinner, just to make sure it adheres to FDA standards, but I decided against it considering I need to learn it eventually. From failure comes greatness, right? God help me. After another half hour or so, dinner is served. I sit still and wait a moment so that I will be the first one to taste her own cooking. That I need to make sure it's actually safe to consume. Upon taking the first bite, her eyes widen and her face turns bright red. She quickly swallows the curd without chewing and downs a glass of water.
Ah! Hot!
Like temperature hot or spicy hot?
Nah, I'm worried. I think she's talking about the spice.
Is that what spicy is? How do people enjoy that? It just hurts.
I barely even taste the spice. I think we might have discovered Ai's first weakness.
She doesn't like spicy foods. First, where have you been?
Ugh, it's sticking to my tongue. Jung, make it stop.
What do you want me to do about it? What am I supposed to do? Go get a glass of milk. That's supposed to help. Oop. Wrong button. She darts to the fridge and frantically pours herself a glass of milk, spilling some on the counter. I assume I will have to clean that up later. She then pours several more and walks them over to the table.
I thought I was going to lose my mouth.
That isn't how mouths work.
It's obvious that Ai doesn't like curry, but as always, once she starts something, she needs to see it through to the end. Using the extra glasses of milk that may or may not have been poured for Yume and myself, Ai winds up reluctantly finishing the curry and ridding the last bite, a last bit of dairy left in my apartment. She lays on the floor feeling accomplished.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to sweet things.
I knew you were going to say that.
Your place is really cozy, Jung. It's small, but it works. Nothing feels too compact. I'd love to have a place like this.
Finally, someone who understands.
Really? I think you should at least have your bed in another room. Maybe set up a proper dining room for guests and stuff.
Yeah, that definitely would have been a great idea for all the one time that I've had guests.
I don't normally have people over either, so I can see where he's coming from.
Come on, you two. Live a little. YOLO!
YOLO?
I think your internet is showing a little.
Yume, I like hanging out with you. Don't you like me too?
Yeah, but you're special.
And be careful, Ai. If you haven't noticed, Yume is a full-on technophile. She could just dissect you in half at any given moment. Honestly, you're lucky to have lived this long.
Correction. Technophiles such as myself do nothing but appreciate technology. We love it far too much to disassemble it and risk destroying valuable parts.
Guys, for the millionth time, please stop treating me like a piece of equipment.
The night carries on like this for a while longer. Before we know it, it's time for Yume to leave. It's pretty dark out. I'll walk you home, Yume.
Oh, I'm coming too.
Yume agrees without hesitation, and we start toward her house. The streets are quiet, but it's nice. There's no one else around but the three of us. Taking some time to breathe in the fresh air, we slowly make our way toward the bakery.
Oh, right. I almost forgot to tell you, Yume. Crump invited us to the beach this weekend. Are you in?
Yeah, totally.
And you're coming too, Jung.
Wait, what?
I mean it.
Well, there goes my weekend. Ai suddenly comes to a stop. Her eyes are fixated on a nearby fence.
What's up, Ai?
There was no response. Yume looks at me, and we both shrug at each other.
Maybe she sees a ghost or something.
Hey, no ghost jokes.
Oh, could it be that you're afraid of ghosts?
Maybe. Can we drop it now? Keep the paranormal stuff out of this.
You always act so mature, but you do have a soft side after all. How cute.
Please just leave me alone. Ai, what are you looking at?
It's cute.
What's cute?
That big spider is cute.
Spider? Really? You stopped to look at a spider? Come on. We need to bring Yume home and wait. Oh, where is Yume? Ai points to a spot behind me. Yume's hands are clinging onto my shirt and softly pulling me away from Ai. She looks even more terrified than I was after hearing about ghosts a minute ago. Oh, could it be that you're afraid of spiders? You always act so mature, but you do have a soft side after all. How cute.
It's not funny. Please, anything but spiders. Can we go now?
Oh, why not? Here, come look at the little guy.
Ew, no! They're creepy and gross and hairy and things with their teeth. Something is definitely wrong with you if you think that thing is cute.
I think we have already established many of the things that make Ai abnormal.
Hey, who are you calling abnormal?
All I'm saying is that people normally find spiders creepy, not cute.
Whatever. I still think it's cute, though.
We continue on toward the bakery with Ai pouting in the background. Yume seems to be on her guard right now, knowing that spiders inhabit the area. It's pretty funny how quickly she's become paranoid. When we reach her place, she dashes away, saying goodbye before slamming the door. We wave back. I'm not sure if she saw or not.
Jung, can we go look at the spider now?
Hold up, Ai. What if it's venomous or something? Plus, it might not even be there anymore. Creatures move around, you know.
Come on, I just want to look.
I let out a sigh. Fine. Before we're able to get back to the spider, we encounter a familiar face.
Toshi!
He's out this late?
Oh, hey.
Going for a walk again?
Yep. How about you two?
We were just walking a friend home, heading back now.
Cool. Oh, Jung, have you thought about what time you want to meet up tomorrow?
Meet up for what?
Oh, crap, forgot about that.
I guess he hasn't told you yet. I asked Jung to help me out with a robot I'm making. Programming isn't really my strongest suit.
Really? I want to go too!
Sure, it's fine by me.
So much for making this private. Why do you have to come?
Just cuz?
I can't see the harm in it. It'd be fun with her around.
It seems like a dangerous idea. For more
See you
reasons.
guys tomorrow.
I glares at me. Oh, come on. Not this again. I glares at me while Toshi is walking away. Okay, I can explain.
You have a phone number that I don't? Why wouldn't you tell me? Let me copy it!
Oh, wait, that's the part you mad about?
Huh? What do you mean?
I just figured you'd be worried about the whole programming another robot thing.
Why would I be worried about that? I'm just glad you're actually interacting with someone for once.
But, never mind. Let's just go home. I wonder how tomorrow will go. I'm kind of worried, to be honest. Part of me wants to convince Ai to stay back, but I know that she won't back down from something like this. I guess I'll just leave it up to luck and hope everything turns out okay. And I somehow forgot about the whole spider thing.
Good thing you already made plans for tomorrow. It saves me the effort of having to make them myself.
Does this mean I get to sleep in?
Nope.
Ugh. One day, you will grow to love the peace of mind that being alone brings.
Jung, I know it better than anyone what that feeling is like.
Oh, right. I forgot where I came from for a moment. I feel terrible. I'm going to have to learn to be more careful with my words from now on. I don't want to hurt her feelings. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
It's okay. I'm going to head to bed now. I had a lot of fun today. Now I just have to recharge and get ready for tomorrow.
That's right. Good night, Ai. I clean up the apartment while Ai gets changed and heads to bed. I guess I'm going to have to keep it tidy all the time now in case this roommate of mine decides to bring over any more random visitors. After finishing the dishes, I decided it's best to get to sleep as well. Even though I've already gotten more sleep than usual today, the thought of going out again tomorrow makes me feel exhausted. With Ai around, I need to rest as much as I can whenever I can. Oof, okay. So, another interesting time, I guess. I'm just saying, just another interesting time out, hanging out with Ai and Yume. Get to spend time in the arcade, and it seems like, I don't know, Jung and Yume kind of understanding each other more, kind of more becoming friends. Well, even more, and even also with Toshi. So, hey, it seems like things are kind of changing for Jung. But I guess for right now, though, I'm going to probably call it. Don't really have too much time right now. I'm going to have to leave pretty soon, actually. So let me just do a quick save. Yeah. Let me just do a quick save. And that should be it for right now. Alright, we'll pick up with the story a little bit later. This is DevilHunterXYZ, and until next time.